This is Chris21 here, and I am going to show you my Infernity deck profile and hopefully explain to you in a detailed manner about how it works. This may be a 2 or 3 part video, and I will link you to them if they are more. But let's get right into it because I am talking real fast right now because I want to get through this really fast. So let's get right into the deck profile. I will show you the main deck, the extra deck, and my side option I do right now because the metagame is really unpredictable right now because a lot of people are testing their decks. So you really can't predict about what to side in and what not to until you play them. So it is very hard, so I basically don't run much. So let's start with the deck profile, and I run 3 Infernity Archfiend, 3 Necromancer, 2 Avenger, 2 Mirage, 1 Raven, 1 Armageddon Knight, 1 Grepher, Dark Grepher, if you don't know, 2 Stygiant, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Launcher, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Reinforcement Army, 2 Chalice, MST, 1 for 1 for traps, 1 Infernity Inferno, 2 Infernity Break, 3 Infernity Barrier, 2 Call of the Haunted, 1 Torrential, 1 Mirror Force, 2 Bottomless, 1 Phoenix Chain, 1 Judgment, and 1 Starlight Road. Alright. For the extra deck, 1 Mistworm, 1 Doom, 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Dark-End Dragon, 2 100 Dragon, 2 Void Ogre Dragons, 1 Dark Highlander, 1 Gaia Knight, 1 Stygiant Sergeant, 1 Fable Reagan, 1 Leviair, 1 Queen Dragoon Dejin, 1 Maestro, and side option is Dust Tornado. And more MSTs if you want. So yeah. That was very fast. Hopefully you guys caught it. If you don't, I will be slowly explaining each and every card. I just want to get through the general of it. 3 Archfiend. One of the best searchers in the game. It's almost as I think it's a little bit better than it's about as good as Fabled what's her name? Fabled Grimrock. The reason why it's as good because it's a little bit more powerful for the selection, but the way you do it is a little bit different. Because her you have to have an Infernity or a Fable monster on the field, and you can send it to the grave to add a Fable monster from your deck to your hand. This is whenever it's special summon, you have no cards in your hand, you can add 1 Infernity card from your deck to your hand. So it's a little bit better, but how you get the search, but we work with it. It's basically a pretty good card, but Thunder King still kills it. You can't really attack over it unless you have Chalice, and you better hope you do Chalice before you bring it out. I know I was a dumbass and didn't a few times. So yeah. And I honestly have to say this much. I got the ultra rares, not the stupid gold. I just have to. I mean, what's the point of getting the higher rarity if you can't gloat a little bit? Because I honestly like this over the gold. It looks a lot better. But who knows? You may like the gold over the ultra, which that's fine. I just really like the look of ultra rares. Period. I prefer ultra over secret. I don't know why. So the 3 Necromancer. This is basically these 6 cards right here. If you're running a Infernity deck, these are basically cards you have to have. There's even a new one out that uses Necromancer with Tour Guide. It's kind of okay, but Tour Guide negates the effect, so it's not really that good. So yeah. 2 Avenger. The reason I run 2 over 1, which a lot of people say I should run 1, is because of cards like Macrocosma, D Fissure, DD Crow, stuff that can banish very easily. I don't want to have to waste material to get this card back onto the field. Or back in play. I don't want to waste cards to have to do that. It's that simple. 2 Mirage is too good to just run at 1, which unfortunately I can only run at 1 right now because no one's trading me it. So if you have it, please trade me. So yeah. 1 Fable Raven. This card, I get so much crap for running. They're like, you don't need it. I'm like, I don't get 2 craps, but if I need it, I want it. This helps me so much. I prefer this over Inferno. I honestly think this is a better option. Why? Because it's a tuner. Yes, it's not a dark tuner, so it limits your option. But you can go him. Easier. You can go Stardust. Easier. You can go Dark and Dragon. Easier. Which, Dark and Dragon, if you are playing Inzektors against Inzektors, Dark and Dragon is basically the card that you want to get out. Now the card that you want to get out for an Inzektor match is Dark Highlander. Why? Because it's not for his effect to stop Synchro Summoning. Inzektors don't Synchro Summon. Of course, it will help. But you want to get him out afterwards. But it's basically these 2, and Inzektор match will be fucked. Why? Because he can pop. Like, say they have their Dragonfly. Then they have Hornet, their big one that gains like 24. And it's like, you go off, you're able to special summon, you're able to get Dark Highlander out, you target that, destroy all the back row, they take 400, right, 400? Yeah, 400 life points for each. It's like, they equip 4, they take 16, then their monster is weak, you attack. I mean, then you could pop all those, get it all off the field, then pop the monster with Dark and Dragon, then attack directly for 21 and 28, which would be 49 plus the 16, 15. Sorry, I kind of zoned out there for a second. Where was I? 49 plus 16 is 5. I think it's 55 damage, but he just opens up a little bit more for me to clear my hand of cards that I don't need. Also, he gains a star plus 400 attack. Why wouldn't you run him? And he also allows me to be able to go late game if I have to Reagan, because I may need to draw 2 more cards to be able to get more plus. So get a little bit more in my hand, do all that fun stuff. Wow, I'm at 9 minutes. I've been trying to go fast. Armageddon Knight, Dark Grepher. These cards, if you want to do the loop, this is like the best way to do it. Which I don't rely on the loop, but right now, to me, Armageddon Knight is a little bit better than Dark Grepher. Why? Because this is just a summon, and I don't really have to worry about discarding. Because honestly, it's like if I'm Dark Grepher, I can see being better. Since I run 2 Stygiant, sometimes I'll get Dark Grepher and 1 Stygiant in hand. I'll discard this, drop the other Stygiant. Just that simple. Now let's talk about the 2 Stygiant. I also get a lot of crap for running 2 Stygiant. I run 2 Stygiant because 1, this card allows you a free summon. A free summon, and if you do it with Infernity Archfiend, it allows you a free search. Or if you do it with Raven, it gives you a free synchro summon. Because only 2 cards in this deck cannot be special summoned by this effect, and that are the 2 warrior type monsters, Dark Grapher and Armageddon Knight. Which won't really matter because you'll be using those cards to get these cards in the grave. Plus, it's like, if you're only running one of these, like I see a lot of people do, why are you running 2 cards just to target this card and get into the grave? Yes, there are other options. Yes, if you have the right situation, dumping this to the grave is a lot better. Dumping other cards to the grave can be better. But mainly you use this to dump this. That's the main use of it. I don't always do that, I know, but that's the main use that I see. But this is just like, I also see it as a good way to just kind of not, that really frustrates me. Just knock down their defense a little bit. I mean, it's 16, but you tack into a defense position monster that is like 400 attack. They won't take any damage, but if you use him, they'll take 100 times the number of stars. So it can kind of help you out there. Because I think I'm the only one that'll actually summon Stygian if I have it in my hand. This is like my only monster. I'll summon it. They attack it. I'll lose life points. They'll be in the grave. Or I'll set it if I know I'm down. They'll attack. No life points. Free turn. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that sets that, but I think I'm the only one that actually, one of the only that actually will attack with it. But I mean, let's start with the spells. Blah blah blah. You know. This you may not. Everyone knows about a spellcaster type monster that's a light monster, that's a level 1, and that's a tuner. That has 0 attack and 0 defense, called, or what was it called? Blackluster Soldier? No, a Fett Veiler. Fett Veiler will shit on Blackluster Soldier. Why? Because it'll only get 1 attack, and it can't use either of its effects. It'll shit on it. Where, if you are playing Infernities, you don't really have the option to play a Fett Veiler. Why? Because it's a hand trap. And we don't have hands. We play without a hand most of the time. So hand traps aren't very optional for us. So therefore, to be able to negate some effects, I have to use Chalice. And Chalice, I don't know how many times I'll actually do this. Use Chalice on him, attack over Thunder King. Or I will, if I have to, use this on Chalice, negate the effect, special summon Archfiend, and go off. But, yeah. This is a pretty long video. I'm going to end it here and pick up with the other cards. So this is Chris141. Peace off. See you soon.